Hello. Oh, I have a chunk of hair out of my ponies. How are you guys doing? So despite my best efforts of actually even putting up a, hey, come on, join me at Facebook Live at 8. Here I am, out gardening again. Actually, I was mowing lawns like crazy today. Crazy. So I came home from our trip. Yay! We had such a great time in Quebec. And my daughter and I, my oldest was rowing. She was a U of C dyno rower for several years while she was getting her degrees. And then she's an alumni kind of thing. And so she's busy back down at the Henley. It's called the Royal Henley. And so we were watching her. She's like, do you want to come? I can't go out to Hog Tog this year in Victoria. So she's like, do you want to come with us? Do you want to come this time? I'm like, yes, I do. And then I kind of started looking at the temperature, and I am Lori LaRose. I live in Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, and it's way, way cooler here than it is most places. And so I'm a bit of a wimp, and I looked at the temperatures and I was like, yikes. Hi, Alexina. And so then she said that she was going on to Ottawa to visit a niece of mine, and then she was thinking that she was going to take a train up to Quebec, and I was like, I'll join you for the Quebec part. So we went up past Quebec. I didn't know, but Canada has a fjord off the St. Lawrence. Saguenay is a fjord national park, and I guess it's maybe not national. They call it a national park, but it's a provincial park in Quebec. And beautiful, beautiful park. And we went to Tadoussac, which is I guess the world whale watching capital of the world. I think some Newfoundlanders would dispute that, but that's what they call themselves. And we saw whales, so that was my biggest one. But anyways, here I am. And I was, so I came home, and half of my lawns were mowed, and they looked beautiful. So then I felt like I needed to do my part. We have a riding tractor, so I was busy riding. Anyways, so school, it's called cocktails and cards and cocktails, I don't know. And I am drinking an Aperol Spritz because currently our membership club that I have going on here, the great little membership community that we have, monthly community is what I'm trying to spit out there, is we're currently in Venice. And so Aperol Spritzes are the drink of de jour. Actually, what would it be? I don't know the Italian word for day. The dia? Maybe it is dia. Maybe, it might be dia. Anyways, the beverage, the boisson de bourg. Anyways, I'm just making up crap. Oh man, did I ever have trouble, I have to tell you. My go-to language probably is Spanish, but I'm not really even good at that. But I went to speak French all the time, of course, in Quebec, and people would be like, do you speak Spanish? And I'm like, uh-huh. Because you are. Oh yeah, I am. Anyway, so school and toast to y'all. Yes, and if you're a Saskatchewan Rough Rider fan, there you go too. My husband is a big one. So I say school as a Norwegian. Chin chin, whichever way you say it. All right. So yes, I thought I would do not a shout out, a salute to that. We're moving on, and September's just around the corner. If you're kind of curious and you're thinking you're settling down into more crafting and want lots of crafty inspiration, we are working with our, sorry, I have so much grass and dust in my eyeballs. I'm sorry. We're continuing on. We are having fun traveling the globe, and so we're going to continue with our virtual tour, and we have destination inspired prompts to keep you stamping and on your toes. And we're gonna go to Germany and the region around Germany for the Christmas markets come November too. So that's gonna be super exciting. Okay, I'm gonna pop you down here. We'll get going with some card making. I have to tell you that, like I said, as much as I was all ready and saying that I was going to work with Strawberry Slush and all that kind of good stuff, I have nothing ready for the card. Not even an idea, not even a spick of an idea. And in fact, I had a epiphany all of a sudden that I was like, I don't even know if I have paper and the ink pad. So there is some paper. Hang on one second, because I actually... You know what, I have to say, what is that other one that we had? Strawberry Daiquiri? No. What is this other one? Sweet Sorbet. And in my mind, I was going to be working with Sweet Sorbet today. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh no, Strawberry Slush is the new in color. So all of the things that are in color right now, FYI, are on sale, which means, and this is a nice segue to saying that I'm going to do a paper share. And although I'll order a couple of them right away here, so give you a shout out that you'd like to do it. The other ones I'll have to wait until we can order in September. But a couple of the ones that I thought I would include in the share are on sale right now for $14.45. So let's save some money, hey? And the pear one, and also the lovely florals. Two beautiful ones that'll be really nice to get coming up here in the mid of September. So a quarter share of 8 packages of paper come to $45, and I will throw in a package of some sort of embellishments. And I thought, why don't you just say what kind? And I thought, well, do you know why I don't want to say which kind? It's just in case when I go to order them, if they're not available, at least then I can be like, Oh, okay, I can color. All right, so this does not look like this paper at all. We'll see. Strawberry Slush. So I have been a demonstrator for 23 years, and Strawberry Slush was a color that we had years ago. And it's back, kind of thing, as another in color again. And I thought this was it, but I'm actually looking at this right now, sorry to say. I'm thinking it's watermelon. We had a watermelon one once too, right? All right. That all being said, let's stamp something. Let's stamp something that I can color in red. Oh, there's birds, roses. You know what? This is one of my favorite stamps. Let's do this one. Let's get going. Let's get some cards made. Oy, oy, oy. So until the end of the month, which is coming up rapidly, there is a sale on product that has the in-color colors in it. So anything that has the in-color colors. So obviously these guys, not the DSP, any DSP that has it in it. So there's a couple surprise ones in my mind. Like the pear one has the duckling in it for sure. And that's why it's on sale right now. And so like I said, when I saw it on sale, at first, honestly, I forgot about the sale because I've been out of touch and traveling. And I thought, why did they put that on sale? No, already it's discontinuing already is what I thought. And then it was like, no, that's not what's happening. So there we go. All righty. So stamping with red rubber, which I think people are knowing that red rubber is going to go. We're in very short supply of the raw materials for red rubber stamps. So after 23 years of stamping with my very favorite red rubber, we're going to move on to all photopolymer. And that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm sad, kind of. But I was sad when the wood went too, and I totally adapted. So I'll adapt to this. With all the outline stamps that we're doing and coloring in, it's a little less than we might have thought. All right, let's see how pretty this is going to be. So, hello, Anne. Hey, as I was coming on here, Anne, I saw your little sign on that fence. That is so funny. Where was that? Anne had she posted a little sign, and it's all one word. It kind of looks like maybe a sign near Coquitlam, BC or something. I don't know. Am I stereotyping things? But it's QUI, so that's why I went Coquitlam. QUITBITCHIN, and then I think there's a whole bunch. Oh no, there's YOUR. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, it was funny. Where was that from? I'd like to. I'm happy that you shared it with us, basically. All right. So what have you guys been up to? You've been busy? Good summer. It's promising to be finally summer again here in Rocky. My husband and cousin have been desperately trying to get our hay crop off the field. And it has not stopped raining every time. So this is going to be one of those ones that the dark and the light are not very much different apart. I find that some of our stamps, the Real Red, for instance, big difference between the light and the dark. and a few of them really, really, really big differences. And I like the big difference. And then some of them, it's like, they're very, very similar. And I think as this dries, maybe we'll see a bit of a difference. But I'm feeling like this is quite solid. So when you, especially when you have brand new, you barely need to touch the paper, and the ink from the blend sort of leaps right off your ink pad, your blend. So there's, I'm using the big thick side. I know you might watch some people and they never use the big side, especially when they're brand new. You can even go into very small areas. See how I'm doing that? I'm kind of far away, kind of, aren't I? But so this little tiny space I can go into, because I can use that very little tip. As these get a little bit older, sometimes if we're a little rougher with them, they start to fray a little bit. But anyways, this is brand new, right out of the box, man. All right, so I'm going to try and add a little tiny bit more, whatever you'd call it, shadowing texture. Words elude me. So we went to the Shadow Frontenac, my daughter and I, and we did not stay there, just FYI, that is not my dealio. But we stayed at this one place. If you're going out towards to there, touch base with me, because I will definitely share the one hotel that we stayed at. Had breakfast. What a presentation of the breakfast it was. Holy mackerel. Oh, that's sort of funny. That's yummy. Anne's just saying where she was, that place was. Okay, so I need a green to go with this. And I am thinking, I don't think I want to use last year's. If you're just joining me, if you haven't grabbed yourself a cocktail and you have some Aperol, we're currently in Venice. So I am drinking an Aperol Spritz. I'm going to get, my greens are over here. I think I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. That's my favorite green. Sage might be really nice with this one. Soft, not soft sage. Soft, no, I can't think, what's it called? Soft sea foam might look really pretty with that, actually. You know what? I'm going to color just a little tiny bit with that and see, what is this one? Oh, good. I'm just going to see what this looks like, because it might be really pretty. I'll be able to cover over top of it really easy. Oh, you guys can't even see that for the light. Can you see it? It's actually very, very pretty. It's very classy. I'm going to cut this out, so I'm just going to color right beside here. Am I making a vintagey looking one, or am I making a fun one? You know, I'm usually fun, so I think I'll go ahead and do this one. This is very pretty. I'll do just this big one too, so you can, that's where, once they start drying out, you can't use the big one anymore because you have to just squish it. See how pretty that is? Can you see that now? I don't feel like, oh, there. See, it's very, very pretty. Who knew? So color combination for flowers, floral, is the Strawberry Slush, and Soft Sea Foam is actually very pretty, just FYI. Not what I'm going to use today because I'm a weenie, but that's okay. So we had coffees at places, and oh, look. So I'm going on the inside curve, but when you're coloring, supposedly you're supposed to take a point of light, and then all dark stuff should be away from, like, in the shadow of the point of light. Do you know what I mean? And since my light is actually over there, I may as well use it as a shadowing situation. But I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh, I went both sides. I've looked at love from both sides now, from near and far, and then somehow. But yeah, we had such a lovely time. I feel so lucky that I had such a nice time with my girlie. Stayed at hotels, looked for coffee shops, went hiking up in the Saguenay region. We went past my old stomping grounds. I think I posted that on the Active Stamping page. I went to school in grade 11 for 3 months in a small town, and obviously we had to live somewhere. So we rented a house in the St. Casimir, it's called. and I went to the school Polyvalent St. Marc de Carrière, and I didn't really think I needed to go past the school per se, but as it was on our way out to Quebec, we crossed the bridge from my house just like the bus did back in the day, and went right past my school, so that was kind of cool. I got to see it as well, but we went for a little tiny bit of a walk. I have to say, if you're in that region between Trois-Rivières and Quebec as well, cool turnoff. And one of the biggest churches, and really, really pretty outside of a church, is the St. Casimir Church, actually. Kind of funny, since that was, of course, the church in my mind, that's what a church looks like from Quebec. It is not. It was an exceptional church, actually, for a small town of 1,500 people or whatever. I think I read there's 1,500. I don't know how many there would have been back in the day. All right, that is some odd shadowing from the dark green. The Granny Apple Green definitely has a... they're definitely different. So when it's too much, I can color again, and it works out pretty good. Okay, that's pretty, hey? Hi, Debbie. How are you doing? Where are you from? Where are you from? All right, so this has a die. Goodness knows you can have a drink if you're playing the games of when I have no idea where stuff is. I think I'm just going to throw my bone folder around. If you're wondering what that noise was, I'm not really going to throw it around. I'm just going to cut this out because I feel like it might just be easier. Not easier, faster. But yes, so I'm going to do a share, a paper share. Many of the papers are not available basically until September 1 kind of thing, and so we have just enough time. But let me know, because I am going to buy. There's a couple ones with in colors in it. The duckling, no, not the duckling. It has the duckling color in it. The pear paper, pretty paper, and it's on sale right now. So I'm going to include that one, and also lovely, what is it? Lovely Florals, also on sale. 8 paper packages, 3 with specialty, 2 on sale, and 3 regular at $17 with shipping and stuff. Shipping but not postage. So postage to your place is additional, but I think, golly, it feels like it's been a long time since I did a paper share, but I feel like it's about $6 to ship it out to people. But quarter share, $45. That includes all your taxes. Because I'm Alberta, you actually have some savings in the taxes situation. Woohoo! And I'm going to include a package of gems. Embellishments, I guess I should say, because I was looking at some of the dots as well that are available right now. And yeah, so I'll give you a little freebie if you want to join. You can DM me, or you can put it, maybe not, maybe DM me actually, because I usually look at these posts, but I might miss it if you put it on there. That is so pretty. Okay, so this week's color over on Creativity for Everyone, my girlfriend Keisha helps out like beyond crazy tremendous by posting different stuff, and she posted that she posts the colors of the week with a beautiful I am trying to think what I'm going to do with this. So yeah, I better get me some Strawberry Slush paper. I'm sure this is watermelon from a few years ago then. I thought that was my Strawberry Slush, but it is not. So I'll have to work it with a different plan. She posts a great quote on there as well with a color thing. So it's pretty fun, actually. I love it. All right, so now if I put this down here, I can stamp a word up here. This one, I don't know what happened, but it didn't cut out. I think I was cutting out, oh, it sort of is. Odd. I did not think. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. Hang on a second. I'm just going to go grab. So when this has a little dicky like that, you might be like, oh, dang it. I don't know what I was thinking. I had that there or whatever. But in reality, it's kind of nice. It's not a horrible thing to have that, is what I guess I'm trying to say. because you just put a lot, most of the time you have an element of some kind that will cover it up, easy schmeezy. Okay, the only reason I'm not using that fancy stuff right now is because I have to poke them all out, and I think many of them don't want to poke out very much. So I just had another circle. We'll bring this guy in. We'll finish up with a pretty card. This one has some really nice words. So thanks for being you. Can't wait to see you again. I love, and I think, will it fit in there? Let's see. This is my favorite saying. Can't wait to see you again. Oh, can't wait to see you soon, rather, I mean. So I can put that here. I can do a happy birthday or you made my day. I think what I might do is bring in an extra one of these. I feel like I always feel like I'm rushing sometimes. But let's see here. Where's my paper? So on Friday nights, we have cocktails and cards. And if you are curious, if you ever hear me talking about, oh, you can drink. Drink. I do say drink with care, caveat of drink responsibly, but we do have a drinking game that anytime I'm losing stuff, which is frequently, the girls were like, man, I think they would have liked it, been like, man, if we had $1 for every time you said you lost something, and then they were like, hey, we're drinking, let's have a drinking game. I believe it's been a while. All right, so stamping. This is gonna be really pretty. You're like, you're coloring again and cutting? Oy, oy, oy. Yes, I am. Ha ha. All right, so my color source. Put this in here like this. Sorry, I'm just seeing how I'm going to lay this in here so that I have it the way I need to. Whoa, he's so dark. I think I must have just got new Granny Apple. I don't recall just opening a package of these, but pretty beautiful. The ice cream we could get in Quebec. Oh my gosh. My daughter said, Mom, I love Dairy Queen, man. My mom loved Dairy Queen. Oh my gosh. She'd have a banana split every day if she could. But she's like, you know, I love Dairy Queen, but I'm never buying another chocolate dip there compared to what you can get if you're lucky in... So I'm not going to waste my time on this guy. So I'm using that little guy. Remember, I just said most people will use this. I'll show you with the little one that when it's brand new, it's just faster. Doo-doo. In Victoria, there's one of them places. I can't think what it's called right now. But it's like true, real chocolate, melted chocolate. And then really nice because it's so busy. Really nice white vanilla, what do you call that? Vanilla soft serve. So I'm kind of doing a staggery thing. I'm hoping that adds a little something. And I think I sometimes do this a yellowy color, but I don't know that I even want to introduce in yellow. So I think I'm going to add in like that, and then just a little tiny bit. Oh, you know what? A sage might be really nice in there. Maybe a little touch of yellow. I'm trying to think realistically what color is in the roses sometimes, right? Just a hint of color, not a ton. All right, that didn't take very long, did it? You were scared, weren't you? You were like, man, this card's never going to get done. Sometimes I think I'm talking and I don't color as fast as maybe I could while I'm talking, but I don't think so. I talk faster while I'm trying to be fast, eh? Anyways, chocolate dipped cones, so delicious. My oldest loved the salted chocolate, and I was a pure chocolate, a pure milk chocolate. So we had one outside of Quebec in, was it Saint Foy? I don't think it was Saint Foy. Chemin Roi. I don't know. It was a lot of days ago now. I can't remember. Anyways, we had one day, and on this really, she found a beautiful little one. Because it's the original one. So we know it from Vancouver, and it's delicious in Vancouver as well. And then then it's a different chocolate, however you say chocolate shop, on the Ile d'Orleans, which is an island. How on earth there can be an island in the middle of a river is beyond me, but there is. Okay, I think I'm going to stamp that in green. I'm going to stamp it in black, actually. I will say that I love to stamp in colors, my words in colors instead of in black. Yes, you can have a drink because I don't know what I did with my black ink. I like to stamp because then, I don't know why, but I obviously then didn't print it. I have it. It seems like it's a silly reason. But anyways, but green doesn't seem right. And I don't usually like to stamp in red. So I'm going to just stamp this and then work around it. And I'm just leaving it for half a second there just to get that ink all off the thing and onto there. I wasn't pressing hard. It's a very little stamp. The smaller the stamp, like the lines of a stamp, the less pressure you should put down on it. If you have a nice big solid image, you can certainly put more pressure on. But there's that nice foam on our stamps, and when you're squishing it, you can see it squishes it. So if you squish it too hard, it just goes. Meow. So you need to be kind to it. Okay, so I want to maximize all this greenery. So sometimes, if I'm just going to cover this up, I'm going to bring it around. Have you ever done that? If you're like, well, that's going to just get covered up. And then I can stick this up just right here because it's where it needs to be better, right? Ta-da! Or I might have it right here. Ta-da! Yes. All right, so lovely, perfect, fun. All right, now what? A card. I'll put this on because I have no red. I'm going to, oh, it's going to be snazzy. I'm going to put it on. I do feel quite out of it. I can't think, so I'm working with a stamp set, Charming Day, and I'm just trying to think. I don't think it came with any DSP actually. So I got, I wonder if I put a lighter green underneath here. That might be kind of pretty actually. Actually quite pretty. This is kind of wrecked, so I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to cut this to be 4, 5 1/4. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it with 5, 3 1/4. And we're going to see if this works. I'm going to put in a layer. Rats. I'm going to put in a layer of black actually. The last couple things I've made, I have backed them with the black. Back in black. I want my baby back. Where is my black? There it is. And come here, you. Oh my goodness sakes, my fingers are like going crazy. Okay. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. And see how this looks. Coming over if you're wondering, what is she doing? I think I'll probably emboss this, maybe with like a brick. So the membership that we have that I have going on is a shop your own stash, which is kind of fun if you have all sorts of stuff. Okay, that looks a little bit clunky. Let's see what it looks like once I add it onto a white card base. Card base, hello. I don't have a white card base. Way to go, Lori. I'm going to see about just putting it onto blue. Oh, I like that. So I feel like this is not the look I want. So if you are doing this, I feel like it needs to be much finer than I have. but I don't know that it's actually working for me, period. If I just put this on here, that's definitely not working. I don't mind this color, but I think I like it better on blue. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to just grab another layer of the, I hope that's balmy blue. And I will, that's Pool Party, I think. Is that the same color? My eyeballs are, I think it is, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to run this through. I'm going to make it just under 4 and just under 5 1/4. So shy, no, yes, 5 1/4. And I'm going to run it through with I could do swirlies. I could do the birch bark I kind of like, but many of us have that beautiful the brick. I'm going to do it on the brick because I think that will be nice. Which always makes me think of just another brick in the wall. Who's old like me and all the good music? Even my daughter was like, I could sing another song. Where have all the good men gone and where have... I don't know that song, the rest of the words though. But anyway, she's like, there were so many good men. And she was talking singers. But there's so many good men back in the day. Classics. No, there's not so much, she doesn't think. All right. So this is the brick. So yes, we totally endorse you pulling out your... I feel like this is not quite the right color. I feel like I'm working with Pool Party or a really bleached out... I don't know. Is it the same color to you? Anyways, I'll probably store that one and use it on not tone on tone. Basically, it won't matter then. I'm just going to have this guy here, like so. And voila! There's our lovely card. Da, 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 da. Hi, Vicky. How you doing, hon? All right, so there's our little card made with Charming Day. And I will let you go and have... Oh, you know what? I'm not letting you go yet. I need to put some embellishments on here. And... Oh, these are pretty. Oh, I don't know where those are from. They're not ours, I don't think. I'll put some rhinestones on. I do love me rhinestones. Like a rhinestone cowboy. You're like, where did that come from? Truthfully, my littlest daughter made a sound playlist that has, for people who were born in the 60s. Thanks a lot, hey? And it is, I think this is Baja Blue, but you know what? Oh, maybe not. What this one is? What's this color? That's Pool Party. What's this color? I feel like that's going to be a Pool Party as well. Soft Sky. Ooh. Who remembers Soft Sky? What's this going to look like? Maybe it'll be pretty. Anyways, Rhinestone Cowboy was one of the songs. It came on again. We put on a lot of miles driving to and from Saguenay. There's not a lot of places to stay up there, so we were busy driving and traveling, having a very nice time. But it came on again a couple days later, and I was like, well, we don't have to listen to it again. I heard it already. And she's like, what song haven't we heard before? Mom, really? Are you teasing? I was like, oh, I don't know. Anyways, I hadn't heard Glen Campbell for a long time, but I do like me a Glen Campbell. All right, nice, perfect. There you go. Already, can't wait to see you again. Okay, so I will let you go. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my Aperol Spritz. And yes, I am promoting our membership. We are traveling virtually, a world tour with destination-inspired creativity prompts. Holy cow, that is a lot of big words. And a little bit of extra fun stuff like, hey, which cocktail would be best if you were traveling in that place, if you were pretending to sit on a patio somewhere. And the Aperol Spritz is definitely the drink of Venice. The bars, whether you're local or tourist, you definitely want to try an Aperol Spritz. So we'll be carrying on through September. We're onwards to more places in September, October, and then with November, we're going to the Christmas markets, you guys. It's going to be fun. $50 gets you into the membership monthly. There's no obligation to stay, you know, like it's like, well, you try it and you're like, that was okay, but whatever. You don't need to, you're not signing up for like 6 months or something like that. So that's nice. And you are shopping your own stash. So I thank you very much, Kathy. So I welcome you guys. I recommend you coming and playing with us and making lots of great cards with all the fun stuff that we do. Fabulous community, just like you guys here watching me. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And yeah, pull out some Strawberry Slush. That's the color of the week. If you're making something with Strawberry Slush, be sure you go over to the Creativity for Everyone site. If you're kind of lost and you're like, what is that site you talk about? I'll drop if you ask me, then I'll drop a link back over to it and you can join up. That's a public group for everybody. And we love to see what you guys are making with the colors of the week, which we're started up with that now. And they're so beautiful graphics. So go check them all out. Have yourselves a very wonderful, wonderful weekend, you guys. And I will see you all back here Monday at 8. It'll be great. And I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye-bye.